Hey everybody, Big J, Anderson Mountain View Farms. Look on the camera, say hey.
Hi.
Okay, today we're going to be talking about cutting in on the side, like a door frame, window, something like that. Last time we did on the ceiling, so this time we are going to do it right here on this large window. So again, it takes a lot of patience, it takes a bit of practice. Mine aren't perfect, but not too bad when it's said and done. The better your caulk line is, the better your brush is going to run. So I'm going to start up here, make sure I've got plenty of paint. And you got to kind of let gravity work with you like that. So we really clean that up. Looks a lot better. Now I've already glossed my windows and door frames and entryways and all that stuff. I do that before I cut in. And then I'll come back and I'll cut in my paint and I'll be done. Now, if I've got a little bit of paint still on my, I might splash over, spill over on my window frame, then I will go back and do what we call face out. I'll just basically do the face. I won't go on the edges. Basically, I'll just do a face. So I've got this little bristle here. Sometimes if you have those pop out, just rip those out. So get a little bit more here. Clean that little spot up right there. There you go. Just kind of let it glide down. Oop. Make sure you got plenty of paint in front of you there. And then you can just let that glide on down. You can see that right there. A bit closer. Always want to take note, make sure there's no globs anywhere. So here we go, let it run again right here. So you are trying to get right there and let gravity kind of run its course, and it will give you a good line. And you're going to go over this again anyway, because you got to cut in twice, you got to roll it twice. But I try to make my first cut in really good, so that way when I come in and do my second cut, I can just run over it. I don't have to take so much time on the cut. So we're still going to keep. I'm going to run this all the way out for you, so you can see this. So sometimes it's a little bit more difficult with these large windows, because you're trying to keep a straight line on that, and that is oftentimes not easy, because you have to start out on a stool or start out on a ladder and then work your way in. But you can see what I'm doing. I start right here in the paint and I'm going to brush it down, and that's going to clean up a lot of those. So you see those little spots there, they just pretty much went away. And again, there are guys that are a whole lot better at this than I am. But this, if you learn how to do this, it will save you a lot of aggravation with tape. A lot of times the paint wants to get underneath the tape, and then that just makes your trim job worse. Or you do all the tape, and then you pull the tape and it pulls some of the paint. Even if it's painter's tape and all of that, it still might want to pull some of that paint, and it'll just drive you nuts. And so doing it this, you won't be as much slave to the paint. And so as you get a little bit better at it, be a little bit cleaner. And also whenever people are looking at something, they're generally not going to inspect it this close as we are here with the zoom, right? When you're just walking around, a lot of these lines you really don't notice that much. And you know, you want to take more care on some areas that are a little bit more high visibility. I'll come back around this electrical outlet there too. And so that's pretty much it. So, and again, when I come in the second time, if there's any spots I missed, I'll clean those up. But so not bad for a first cut. And I'm just gonna run all the way down like this. And all the way down. I have a good smooth stroke all the way up. Maybe hit it one more time. Don't want to get too close to that edge. It'll mess up the line that I just painted. So try this again. And as you're doing this, again, like what we talked about last time, by running this all the way down like that, you don't have a lot of the stop, start, stop, start. So yeah, not too bad. Probably could have been a little bit better in a few spots, but definitely cleaned up and a whole lot better than having to do a lot of tape. So in the next episode, we're going to get into just some tips on rolling, how to prevent a lot of those streaks that people deal with whenever they roll. So that's what we'll talk about whenever we get to rolling. AndersonMountainViewFarms.com. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.